You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. Guys, I might be getting a little bit better at this. Maybe it's just because I'm learning new methods or getting better at using the tools that I'm using, but I'm finding that if I go back and look at videos on my list that I previously got stuck on, I'm able to find some of them now. And that was the case with this video. So what can we see? This video is recorded from a fairly high place. We can see a few businesses initially, but we can't really identify any of them. The person looks down and it becomes clear that they're up on some kind of spider lift, and we can see that they're really close to this building here. After that, they bring the camera up and they pan to the right to show us some other details. First, we see this building with teal paint here. Next to it, we have what looks like a gas station and convenience store. Across the street from the gas station, I noticed some buildings arranged in kind of a C or U shape with a parking lot in the middle. As we keep turning, we see another building, which looks like it's a two-story building that's also in roughly kind of a U shape. And on the near side, we see this building with an American flag. I'll come back to that in just a minute. As I finish turning the camera to the right, we see this other building on the side street here, which I assume is across the street from the building that this person is close to. Okay, so none of the businesses here have clearly visible signs. But as I looked at that building with the American flag, I started to wonder about the blue and white sign that we see here. I was thinking that that is probably a Honda sign, and this is a Honda dealer. But that's all I had. No business names, no street names, no license plates. It occurred to me that the gas station that we see here is very close to the Honda dealer, or what I assumed was a Honda dealer. I started wondering if I could just search for gas stations that were in very close proximity to Honda dealers. That could at least give me a list of candidate locations to check. But like I said, I didn't have any obvious clues to tell me where to look. I was kind of thinking Northeast US based on the way it looks, but I wasn't really sure. So I cast a pretty wide net, going as far west as Illinois and Wisconsin, as far south as Kentucky and Virginia, and including everything north and east of there, all the way up to Maine. And I got to work writing up the data mining queries that I needed. Time for another Hollywood hacking sequence. It took a little while to get a list of locations for such a wide area, and when I got the results, there were about 50 candidate locations that needed to be checked. But based on the clues that I had from the relative positions of the buildings and the shapes of the buildings, I knew that I could go through them quickly and rule out ones that didn't match. This is where knowing about those U-shaped buildings that I mentioned comes in handy. I had looked over just about half the list when I found this location, where I saw the following things. This is where the Honda dealer is. It's got a gas station right next to it. And across the street, we can see not one, but two different buildings that are roughly U-shaped. I was feeling pretty optimistic, so I went to check it out more closely. And that was the right place. You are facing east, near New Hampshire State Highway 28, in Salem, New Hampshire. The Google Maps 3D mode helped me to confirm the view of the buildings from approximately where you were. The satellite view also showed me that there were other lifts near this building right here, just like we saw in your video. I also used the Google Street View to get photos of both of those two U-shaped buildings that we saw, and the Honda sign that helped me find this. I could also see that teal building from your video, which it turns out was a fish market. And if someone had been standing in this location at the time when you were recording your video, they would have seen you just above these trees up on the lift. Guys, please like and share. Go check out the map of all the places I've found so far from the videos that you guys have tagged me in. And while you're on my site, go check out my store if you want to pick up a shirt or a mug or something. And if anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.